disappointingly.
Oh, no.
So, oh well, doesn't matter. Good thing G's not here to wait for us, remember?
The door opened.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good, because we're both have-nots, so once we're gone, we get
I feel like that's the only thing that's happened in our favor this whole thing. Yeah, the both have-nots thing is good. And I can just say that I had to wait until you were done to go back in. So you can go back in and then I'll linger for a bit.
Exactly.
So tell me how you really feel. Danielle and Jason here.
Yeah, I just, like, I don't really understand, honestly. Because before Cindy was coming back, before whoever the player was coming back, it was all on board. It was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's take a shot. And then as soon as one other person went back, he just got cold feet like that.
You think that's it? Or you think he's using that?
I don't know. I think maybe initially he always planned this all along, and he never really planned on doing it. Because again, I don't know.
Tell me some things I don't know. Come on, tell me.
Some things you don't know?
Yeah, in relation to Zach.
In relation to Zach?
Because I know there's stuff there.
Okay, well, you tell me some things I don't know, and I will.
This is it now, Jordan, okay?
This is it.
Like, because I feel like you're acting a little bit with how close you are with Zach, which is understandable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know. I don't want this to fuck me over because...
It won't, I promise.
Promise.
I promise you.
Like on a fan-related level.
On a fan-related level, I promise.
Like, because whatever, I'll go with whatever.
This doesn't mean... you will, and I know you will.
But Zach, think about, does this not make perfect sense? At first, it's very confusing.
Uh-huh.
But if he's saying that those guys aren't coming after him,
right,
then I'm going to take that at face value and put that together.
I think that's fair. Do I know for a fact? I don't.
Okay, but...
But that would make the most logical sense, yes.
But you're not in on that.
I am not in on it. I swear to you, I am not in on anything else. That is it.
But, okay, and so the Purple Cobras thing, when me and Johnny went up,
yeah,
you guys were on board with that.
What, with you guys going up? No, I was not on board with that going up.
But how do you feel Zach was about it?
Well, we were were both very, very scared of Johnny. Very scared of Johnny, and that is why we specifically, we talked, we wanted Johnny in, because we wanted to reel in Johnny, because before Johnny came after us, because Johnny is very scary. Johnny's a very good player.
Absolutely, I could see that.
I know I had zero chance against Johnny.
Right.
In the final two scenario or anything, because Johnny's Canada's favorite. Johnny's a beast.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I knew that, you know what, if Bruno was going to go after him, I'm fine with that. And Zach was too. We were both okay with that, which sucked.
And I really was just like pawnage and fine, and you
Straight
knew
up.
that I'd be safe.
And we knew the whole time you were safe, because we knew that he was the biggest threat and he had to go, which sucked. That's why when he didn't win the veto, I was so...
Don't you think we played into Zach's hands so much?
Well, if this is a thing, perhaps, but then why, like, is he just that...
He's that good.
He's that good.
He's that fucking good.
But...
This Bobby stuff, like, he's that fucking good. If he hated Bobby that much...
Yeah. I think he does, though.
Do you think?
He rips him all the time. So, and the whole, like, he's the one who told us that, he's the one...
Sorry.
That's okay. He's the one who told us that Bobby's reaction at the veto, where he's like, oh, did anyone else feel super comfortable? That was him who said that.
What did he? Sorry.
He said that Bobby was the one he's the one who told us that Bobby said, oh, did anyone else feel really comfortable during that power veto ceremony? Although maybe he's just doing that to fuck with us, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I think...
Because honestly, you could go back and tell Zach all this, and then he could take you off and put me up.
I know, and I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Don't worry. And you'll see tomorrow at the veto ceremony I'm not going to do that, because why would I? That's detrimental to my game. Because
honestly, we are the only, like, you're my only shot now. I think we just fucked ourselves.
Yeah, we might have. Because now because guess what? If Bobby or Bruno wins HOH, guess who they're going after? They're going after you and B, and then they're going to backdoor Kevin. So that's why I'm so adamant. I said, Zach, why are you why do this? We're putting us all in danger here.
So why did you throw the veto then? Because he already was saying that he wasn't going to use the veto.
Why did I throw the veto? Because I thought I could swing him to use it. I was like, well, I'll throw the veto, but he's still going to use it. Or Ashley will win the veto, or you'll win the veto, or Peely will win the veto,
and that's why I tried. And that's
why.
Trust Zach.
Exactly, and that's why when I saw your time, I was like, oh wow, Sarah was trying, and Sarah was going to use it on me, and I'm glad that you did, and I appreciate that, because I know you would have used it. But
and that would have been putting me out there too, to force Zach's hand like that. But I was like, well, this will be the indicator of how mad he gets. And you saw how mad he was that God was about to win it, right?
He was so mad.
So
that makes me think the whole time that he was trying to send him home. But it's like, I don't get it. I don't.
I think I do.
Well, if that would make sense, but like why? Because why risk that? You know what I mean? Why would you risk? He's basically playing with my life in the game for just to get rid of Godfrey. Like, it's Godfrey.
So is that the only reason why?
I don't know. I really don't. But here's
can't be.
No. But here's the thing. Regardless of what happens, he thinks we're with him 100%. He's the HOH. He's the best player in the game.
He's the best player in the game. Absolutely no one is going after him.
No, nobody is.
So
he's still working with us, and as long as...
For how long?
He's not an idiot. He knows if he goes to final 8 and Bruno and Bobby are still in the game, he's not going to win. Because Bruno and Bobby are going to team up and take him out. So he needs us. But at the same time, he's scared to do it right now because he thinks he's doing our dirty work by taking one of them out. Because right now, the bros are close. Yeah. Even when G was here, he was close with G. He was very close. He was close with G. So who's to say that, hey, maybe all the dudes are working together, including Godfrey. But then that makes me think if he's going after Godfrey, Godfrey was not in on the plan. You know what I mean?
Godfrey was never in on the plan.
No.
G was ready to drop Godfrey like
at any point. Yeah.
But, and when G was throwing everybody under the bus, you were dispensable.
Oh, for sure.
But you were really close to him. But Zach
was never.
He was like, oh, we'll get him later.
Yeah.
And Willow's a floater, and I feel like those things were to throw us off.
Descent. Yeah, I don't know. It's scary, but for now, we just gotta go with it.
Oh, of course. And we get caught up.
We gotta get him out.
We have
Sarah,
to.
Please, you gotta save me now. This is where it flips. Last week I was in your spot.
Exactly.
Now it's flipped.
I'm telling you right now that my thing with you is legit, and
my thing with you is also legit.
The whole last week and whatever, I was like, please, Jordan, just don't fuck me over for Zach, because that's not smart.
Well, and right now, guess what? He showed his true colors. He's willing to fuck with my life in the game.
But
I'm not willing to fuck people who I am very close to. I don't leave on the blog post veto because anything can happen. So the fact that he did that says a lot. Kind of shows where his priorities are in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm close to him, but at the same time, if he was really that close to me, he wouldn't risk me in this situation. If I was Ashley, do you think he's leaving me on the block?
So exactly.
No.
He wouldn't even put Peely on the block.
No.
Fucking Peely.
Yeah.
Who's gonna vote out Peely?
Exactly. Nobody. And that's why, and he still won't use the veto and pull me off and put her out. And
how, you're earnestly being take me off, please.
Yeah, I said, look, this isn't what I signed up for. I signed up to be a pawn in a backdoor play, and I was the one coming off, or Godfrey comes off and a bigger party goes up, because right now I'm sitting next to Godfrey, everybody thinks Godfrey sucks.
But they're on. But it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do.
And no one trusts him, and it's an easy move.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, you are close with people, and they do think like they can trust you.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
I'm really scared, and I'm so glad Cindy came back.
Because that's huge. Huge that Cindy's back, because she'll be with us. And she's going to fight for that, because she knows. I told her, I said, Cindy, if you don't win the HOH next week, you're going up, and you're going home. Mm-hmm. We all made a pact.
And just so you know, I don't know if you know this, she is quite openly telling people that maybe you, or she's saying like that people told her about the pact.
Yeah.
And Willow came up to me and was like, I think it was JP, and
yeah.
But I was like, it was casual, like we were, and I told her shit too about how like everybody was saying we weren't going to tell the person who came back, blah, blah, blah. And I said to Willow, it wasn't that, he probably didn't say, Cindy, they made a pact against you. He probably said, there was this pact made.
And I was the one who started it.
Exactly,
so.
Exactly. And Willow is kind of playing like, oh, we can use Cindy. And she set me up yesterday and comes up to me and goes,
go ahead.
I know who you want to get out, Bobby, right? And I went like,
Willow said that?
Yeah.
So, okay, so what did you say?
I said, she caught me off guard, and she's always like, if you don't say 2 names, you're bullshit. And I went like, well, I don't think Bobby trusts me. But then she fucking doesn't say anything, right? And I, like...
Willow is the most annoying player in this entire game, and now I see why G hated her so much.
Cindy told me that one of the social media things was Willow sucks.
Really? Yeah, Willow.
In relation to Cindy.
Wow.
So what does that say to you?
Yeah. No, she's playing everybody, and it's like she comes up to me and she's like, oh yeah, yo, I trust you so much, and this is what really.
She's playing.
She's playing everybody. This is what. Okay, I'll tell you a story from yesterday. She comes up to me in the bedroom. She's like, oh, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm okay. And she's like, oh, well, you know, Zach put you up, and did you talk to him? And I said, yeah, I talked to him. He's not going to use the veto. She's like, oh, well, are you hurt by that? Like, he's not using it, and he's your friend, and all that. And I said, yeah, to be honest, of course, I don't want to go on the walk. I said, if Zach put you up, how would you, and he didn't use a veto on you, how would you feel?
Could you imagine what she'd be doing?
Exactly, she'd be devastated. And she's like, yeah, I know, but yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe, you know, it'll be okay, and we can rally some votes, and you'll be fine, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And then I walk in the room 10 minutes later. She's in the bedroom with Zach. She's like, oh, you were acting so sad earlier. What's wrong? Are you okay? We have this on unanimously. We'll protect you no matter what, and this is fine, and Zach knows everything. While Zach is in the room, I'm like, dude, you're just selling me under the bus to Zach, saying I'm like playing it up, trying to like create distrust between the dudes. Like, what are you doing here? So I talked to Zach after. I said, Zach, what was that about? And he's like, yeah, she basically that. And I said, listen, I talked to her earlier and explained this, and he's like,
and I was casual.
Yeah,
about it. You never get
exactly.
moody.
No. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't get her either. She's playing everybody in the house right now. She's playing Godfrey. She's playing me. She's playing you.
And she's playing me on an emotional level now, where she's like, I have no one. I have no one.
Fucking bullshit.
And
that's
like,
fucking bullshit.
I have no one, and she is everyone.
Tonight, she's sleeping in the HOH. You think that's coincidence? No.
No.
That's for a reason.
So, that's another thing. That's another thing that makes me go, and the way that he's like joking about putting her up. I thought Zach didn't trust Willow at all.
I know.
Do you
do
you joke about stuff like that with someone who you don't have a great relationship with?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, so tell me stuff I don't know now.
Stuff you don't know right now? I'm trying to think. So, Godfrey made a play yesterday to me and approached me, and he told me that you, Brittany, Bruno, approached him, made a Final Four deal together.
Oh my God.
And he said to me that if I stay on the block, that I'm going to go home, that you guys are going to vote me out.
But okay, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. I wasn't too worried, but I just figured, okay, that's news to me. I had no idea that you even talked to Godfrey. So I was like, okay.
When I was on the block, I said, hey, do I have your vote? Remember, like I told you guys, and he said, like, we're going after Kevin, like, we're going after Zach.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Zach, though?
What about Zach, though?
Yeah.
Well, in terms of...
just like all those conversations that I wasn't allowed in with you, him, and Ashley.
This week?
And last week?
Basically last week, just talking about how we were all scared of Johnny.
Okay.
This week, before this happened, basically was talking about me going on the block and how Zach really wanted me to play up the fact that I was, you know, like, that I wasn't necessarily, like, he wanted to seem that I wasn't okay with it, sort of, and he wanted to do this to, like, mask that we're working together, essentially. That's what he wanted to do. So I was like, okay, yeah. And then we were just talking, okay, Bobby, Bruno, what we want to do. He was adamant it was Bruno the entire time.
So that whole time with Ashley, he was saying the Bobby Bruno thing.
Yeah, 100%. And he's selling this to me 100%. He's like, listen, we have this. Even though worst case scenario, Godfrey wins Veto, he pulls himself off, and then we'll have the votes to keep you. And I was like, okay, yes, okay, sounds good. Now I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. And now it was perfect scenario. He wins the Veto. All you gotta do is pull me off.
How is he so good?
He's a good player. He's a very good player.
He's super good at lying.
Because, yeah, and now that he, like, again, we talked about, and last week too, we mentioned this with Ashley as well. We mentioned, okay, next week when Otis wins HOH, we're gonna put up 2 pawns, and we're gonna backdoor Bruno. Now he finally wins. That's why the HOH, I'm like jumping around celebrating because I'm like, okay, perfect. This is exactly what's gonna happen because this is what we plan on doing. Like we discussed, perfect corpus style. This is what we're gonna do. And Ashley was on board as well, and she was in on. She's like, oh yeah, like basically they wanted Zach's trying to be like, oh yeah, the 3 of us are gonna work together, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. This sounds good to me. I like Ashley. I like Zach. This is cool with me. But
so Zach's never questioned me at all, to you?
Yeah, he has. And every time I've said, no, Sarah cannot. I said, Sarah is never coming after us. Sarah is loyal. And every time he says anything about you, and he's only said it a few times.
Like what type of things? Or
like a few times he's just like, well, with the backdooring, not going through with it, he's like, well, if I do it, you know, the other side's going to rally and take me out. B's going to be mad, and she's going to rally to get me out. Sarah's going to come after me and go after the couples next, and my head's going to be on the block. He's like, not yours, my head is on the chopping block. And I said, listen, I said, we're lines with B and Sarah. They're not coming after you. I said, yeah, B last week said she didn't like Ashley, but that had nothing towards you. She wants to get rid of Ashley. She does not want to take a shot at you. Sarah is very loyal to us. I said, and Sarah sucks at competition, so she's never going to, I said, even if she is coming after you, guess what, Zach? Who gives a fuck? Because Sarah's not going to do anything about it. She sucks. And he's like, yeah, you're right, but no, they could swing in, and I'm scared, and there's like, they can do anything. So he's kind of like, now that he's set himself up in this couple, and Kevin as well with Peely, he's scared that once, I guess, Bobby and Bruno go, then everyone's going to be like, and just turn over to look at, they're going to be in the crosshairs and not everybody else. And that nobody's going to be going after you guys or me, for example. So I think he wants us all to be equally in danger. Well, and this isn't, and now we're not. We're equally in danger with him being in a position of not being in danger.
Okay, so the couples thing, I think, is a throw-off.
Yeah, that would make sense too, because I don't think that...
Because he can't have Kevin's back as much as he's pretending to, or else...
Because he would never go through with this. He would never... If he had Kevin's back, you telling me he's willing to leave Bobby and Bruno both in the game, who will go after him, Willow in the game, who's willing to go after him?
And he's, like I'm saying to him, like, well, okay, yeah, it would be Kevin going up on the block next week, but if Kevin wins Veto, you would. And he's 150,000% convinced that it wouldn't.
Exactly.
And so that means that it wouldn't.
Yeah. Yep. because Bobby and Bruno want Kevin's head. You know what I mean? So he's convinced.
And if they want Kevin's head, why don't they want Zach's head? Same exact fucking situation.
Yeah. Also, it's because Bobby and Bruno love Ashley too. You think about it too. Think about collectively as a unit.
Okay, so there's 3.
Potentially, yeah.
Zach, Willow.
Could be. Absolutely. Could be. Wouldn't surprise me, Neha. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Here's the thing. And I think this would be telling. Has Willow ever said anything about Zach, ever?
No.
The couples, she's never once thrown them under the bus.
She, defending the couples is her new defending Bobby.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, fuck. She's so annoying.
She's so fucking annoying. And because I do love her on a personal level.
I do too, but on the game level, she's the worst.
The worst.
And that's why, like, if she had anything, I could go to Zach and be like, hey, look, Willow's been playing me, she's playing blah, blah, blah. Used to be on me.
Don't do that.
Put her up, but I'm not going to do it. Because he's not going to. Because he's not. He won't do it. So,
part of there's something we're missing. And I don't think I'm missing it anymore.
No, and I think based on what you threw out there, that would make sense. So, we have to stick together no matter what. We have to win next
Absolutely.
week. We have to.
Or else we are fucked.
Yep. Because if Kevin goes home, if Cindy goes
honestly,
home...
now because everybody knows that you are good, and you're good at, like, acting. And so if...
Does everyone know that?
No, I know that.
You know that.
And I'm sure Zach knows that.
Yep, he does know that.
So that scares me a lot for you.
That he knows that.
That he knows that.
Yeah.
And now you're probably angry.
Yeah, I am.
Right?
I am. But I need to act like I'm not angry.
I know.
Yeah.
But he must know that you're acting.
Yeah.
Especially when he walks into a conversation in the bedroom with the 3 of us, and we go, Mom, these type of things. I could tell his demeanor is like this right now. And I can only imagine that he's thinking, again, like me, but also now you must be on his radar.
Yep.
Because I know that you're like this, and he thinks, well, JP will never come after me. But I honestly think my gut is right, and then he's running out of numbers. To play, like, he can't play this game forever.
No, he can't. And I thought he couldn't play this game anymore. But he did this week. I don't have Godfrey. So, and the fact that he wouldn't nominate anybody else, he's putting my life in his hands. It's like, it's scary. And it's showing his true colors. That he really was that close to me. Why would he?
Must be closer with them.
Exactly. Yep. He's got to be closer with Willow. He's got to be closer with Ashley. He's got to be closer with... Well, I don't know. With everybody, is he... Well, apparently he is, because he's not willing to put anybody else up. So, I don't know. It's strange. It's scary. But, as of right now, people don't think... Everyone thinks I'm an idiot. That I suck in the comps. That I just do whatever Bruno and Bobby tell me to do, and I do what Willow tells me to do. Willow thinks she's playing. Willow is the stupidest player in this house.
It's really frustrating.
Willow is a fucking moron when it comes to this game. She's a terrible player. But she thinks she's so smart, and I'm playing everybody. Neha called it. Neha's like, she's Andy Heron. But Andy Heron was good at the game. Willow's doing a very lazy version of this.
When in group conversations and just kind of like, she goes up to you individually, gets something to throw you under the bus with, and then she
sells you down the river.
Going back to someone with it. I'm just really concerned now because that leaves the remnants of Kevin is our only buffer.
Yep. And then once he's gone...
And what me, you, and B and Peely are going to be able to pull this shit out. Fuck no.
No way.
Like, we need someone like Kevin.
No, we need Kevin. And I love Kevin. I love Kevin. He's great. and he's been nothing but straight up with us.
Exactly.
This
Even
entire
when
time.
he's been put through the fucking ringer.
And he never complains. He just goes to work, and this entire time, he's been in trouble pretty much every week.
Since day one.
And he's playing
Same with
so
Johnny
well.
and Neha and him, and he's the only one who's lasted.
He's the only one. And he's done a phenomenal job, but yeah, he's the one guy. We gotta rally around him. We gotta win. We have to win.
So you never got a scent of this Zach thing coming?
Until this week? No. I had no sense of it because he was telling me the right things. He was saying...
I just can't believe he's that good.
And he's a good player. Tip my cap to him.
Mm-hmm.
But now it makes me think, like, yeah, next week... if any of those guys, if you need to win, it's me, you, Kevin, Cindy, Beely, and B. It's got to be one of those 6. That's the only way we're safe. If it's anybody else, I'm not gonna feel too comfortable. And now I've gone up as a pawn. Guess who? And as soon as Godfrey goes, guess who the new perennial pawn is going to be? Guess who this Spencer Clausen is? It's me, because Cindy with me agreed to be a